told the customer your price and you feel that lump in your throat, that uncertainty, that hesitation is the main reason why I made this video. Master Barber, I'm gonna give you the pricing secrets to help you price your haircuts on every level. For those that don't know, I wrote this book called Barber Knowledge, and I laid out the full barber journey. The in the beginning barber, the boss barber, and the mastery barber. Because if you don't know where you at in the game, you'll never know how to charge in the game. Let's start with in the beginning. Because in the beginning, all us been down that road. So I mean, an in the beginning barber is a barber that's out of barber school. This is when you start your barber journey. Now, this is the time you ought to be stacking clientele. If you're in a walk-in shop, this is when you're supposed to be cutting everybody that come through the door. You ought to be stacking clientele because you in the beginning. Now, in the beginning is just a title. I was an in the beginning barber for 10 years. If you in somebody else's shop, you still are in the beginning barber. I remember back in 2005, I had just moved to Texas. I came from Louisiana, right? So I ain't got no clients. Nobody's gonna sit in my chair. They don't know me. They don't know who I am. For those first 3 years, I grinded out. I was boots on the ground every day, passing out flyers, talking to people, making sure they know where I could at, who I am, and where I'm gonna be at. Pricing secret number one. Now, this one ain't gonna work unless you nice with them clippers. You gotta be nice with them clippers. I was charging everybody $10 for everything. $10 cut, $10 beard. Guess what happened? Everybody coming to me. Man, I had a line wrapped around the corner. Now, you gotta have skills, remember? Now, your haircut gotta be nice, because you know what they doing? They going to tell people, look what I got for $10. So I call this my 3 V's, right? You gotta have value, you gotta have volume, and you gotta have that vibe. The value is, I was cutting their hair for $10. I was doing everything. They beard straight, razor edge, bam, for $10. Oh man, I was dragging people all around here. They was calling my phone so much. Now that what produces the volume. I'm cutting hair for $10. People coming to see me. They telling their cousin, their auntie, their mama, their sister, their brother, their uncle, their aunties, their nephews, everybody. They telling them because I'm doing this for $10. So that's when my volume come in. And when they come in and see me, my vibe right. Because I'm like, hey, how you doing? What's going on? Everything all right? I remember stuff. You know what I mean? Those that didn't catch that price secret, you gotta have volume, and the vibe. Now, most of us wanna level up. We don't wanna stand in the beginning stages forever. We wanna get a building with our name on it. We wanna have our own barber shop, have our own stuff. And when this happens, you not just cutting anymore. You managing, you leading, you carrying the weight. My boss barbers, you don't charge for the cut no more. You charge for the cost of being the boss. You got overhead. You got stuff you gotta pay. You got people you gotta look after now. You might, but I don't wanna cut 15 heads a day no more. My time is valuable. I got a lot of other stuff I can be doing with my time. As a boss barber, you buying your time back, and your price gotta reflect that. Boss barber, picture this. You just came from being in the beginning barber, right? You was over there paying, we'll say $100 a week. It's 4 weeks in a month. You was paying them $400, right? So now you just went and got you a spot, but your spot $1,000. So you paying $1,000 now for the place that you got now, when you used to pay for overhead $400 a month. Not to count the internet, the electricity bill, the water if you got it, you know, and cable maybe, I don't know. But all of these other bills on top of that you responsible for. You see what I'm saying? So now you got to boss up, and your customers got to boss up with you. Don't get me wrong. You're going to lose some people. You're going to lose all of the other people. That's why you're supposed to got so many in your beginning stages. You're supposed to got so many customers in your beginning stages that was hooked on your cuts. Soon as they start seeing you raise your prices, some of them going to stay, some of them going to go. But the ones that stay with you, that's your core audience. You're going to have people that's going to be with you for 15 and 20 years, just as long as you cut hair. And they're going to go up with you. Some of them going to leave, some of them going to stay. But the thing is, you got to keep bossing up. Nothing stays the same. You're going to either get worse or you're going to get better. Now, that $20 haircut that you used to be cutting at the other shop, then turn into 40. Not because your fading got better, it's because you done bossed up. Whenever you get people in that's gonna give you booth rent, that's your leverage. So now you got income coming in besides the customers that you had. You just don't get all of the booth rentals tomorrow, right? So make sure you can take care of the bills yourself. But when the other people come, that's the bonus. That's your leverage. That's how you hedge your bet. That's insurance. Having booth rentals come on, make sure you have people that align with your vision. There's a level beyond Boss Barber. I call it Mastery Barber. See, now this Mastery Barber is a lot different. This level, it ain't about the rent. It's about recognition. You're not just cutting no more. People know you. People don't care what you charge. They just want to be in your chair because you teach, you coach, you influence. See, this is bigger than the fade now. This is about the name that's behind it. Now, this is the pricing secret for the Mastery Barber. You don't charge for the service no more. You charge for your significance because of who you are. Now, getting a cut from a Mastery Barber, that's just like buying a Rolls Royce. Now, you can get there in the Corolla, but you sure look good going in that Rolls Royce. And the price tag, that's non-negotiable. You gotta pay that if you want to ride in the Rolls Royce. I remember the first time I charged $80 for a haircut. And then the person I charged $80, they gave me a $20 tip. I knew right then that it didn't matter what I charged. Now, if you was paying attention, you got the secrets. You ain't gotta guess no more. You seen how to charge on every level of the game. If you're in the beginning of the game, you focus on value, volume, and vibes. Make your presence felt. Now, if you the boss, respect your time, build systems, and price like it. And if you a Mastery Barber, stand in your value. Charge for what you know. Drop a comment right now. What stage you in? In the Beginning Barber, Boss Barber, or Mastery Barber? If I help you in any kind of way, hit the like button. Subscribe. Hit the replay button. Watch this video again so you can start pricing like a master barber and never cut yourself short again.